Hey everybody, you're back on the Joey Ciccone Show. Connected.
Okay, Joe.
Hey Tone, World Center of Broadcast Media. I got Tony Knapp on the phone. We're getting right to it. We got 10 minutes left. We're going to get right to it. The question is this. I know the fans want it. I know you want to hear it. I'm going to ask it right now. Tony Knapp, did you ever push a button on a guy?
Only at a time when I had to defend my immediate family against anybody who harms.
That's beautiful.
But
You
nobody
got.
ever wanted me. They had too much respect for me,
Where you been?
and I only took care of the violent bonds to defend my family.
And I love that. But you weren't asked as an order.
That would go to someone else who was not in my position. They would never insult me or order me to do anything like that. They had others to do that because there were those who wanted to get paid to be a hitman, and those men would never become a made man. They would be called hired help.
All right,
And they used to go to the Irish mob for the hits. Yes.
all right, Gabi, I got be there. But the bottom line is
Okay.
the bottom line to the whole thing
Only
is
to defend my family when I push a button. Only to defend my immediate family, which is in the book, yes. On a few occasions I had to do that, yes.
La Familia. You got to do what you got to do. Defend the family. You take care of the family, and that's what it was.
Yeah. And man-made law says I took the law into my own hands. Yes, that law in my own hands was the law of my household. Yes, I'm the law. Yeah, me.
All right, it's
If
been
I
done.
can't handle it, it's all to go to the authorities.
Beautiful. I got it. We got a good friend, a personal friend of yours, which became a personal friend of mine that actually finally found us. But Maureen wants to say I'm a fan of Tony and Joey. So if you want to give a shout out to Maureen, your good friend and a new friend of mine, say hello to her at least, and we'll move on.
Hello.
He's sending his love to you. You gotta understand. We're like, I'm in Nevada, he's in New York. We're on a phone. We're in a studio. Everything's beautiful. Joey always asking the good questions. Thanks, Dom. I appreciate that. We're moving on. All right. I'm with Mr. Tony Knapp. We're asking him the questions. We're doing things. I want to go back to a question I always asked you the day you found out that, you know what, Joey, I never knew my dad did this. I never knew he was involved in this. And then didn't you go one day and find out like what your dad really did? Because your dad was big and powerful, and if you see some of these stories in these YouTubes, he was the kingpin of what he did. Gabish.
Wow.
Your dad was the kingpin of what he did in his life. But what I'm trying to get at, did you ever know what he really did? Did you know his lifestyle from the beginning?
What my father did?
Yes, sir.
No, my father would never talk about his business to anybody. All the information I have on him was from his friends and associates. My father would never sit down with any of his children and tell his kind of business. All we knew him as in the household was that he was a fight promoter behind the scenes, and he helped book a lot of fights with Frankie Carlo and Jim Norris, president of the IBC, International Boxing Company, the club that handled Madison Square Garden title fights.
And Tone,
I was involved with those fights. Yes.
hey, Tone, who were some of the fighters during that time? They're asking me right now. Who were some of the fighters during that time, that era? Rocky.
Rocky Marciano as a child. It was Joe Louis and Tommy Moriella. It was also Roland Escaza and Rocky Marciano.
Thanks, Mo.
My father was, as a matter of fact, Joe DiMaggio one time had to come to my father to get an okay to manage Tommy Moriello when he fought Joe Louis. Joe DiMaggio, Frank Sinatra, with Tommy, bring all his managers at the time. that people didn't even know that. When he fought Joe Louis and had him down in the first round, when Louis got up and knocked Moriello out.
See,
So Don Evangelo and Frank Sinatra needed permission to get into the fight game as managers, and they came to my father and Frankie Cabo. And they were able to sign a contract with Tommy Moriello because Tommy was a gambler and he already owed out all his purse money that he borrowed.
yeah, and meantime, Sinatra want to make a score. He's like, "Can you give me a little juice on this fight? Who's gonna win this fight? Because I'll lay down a few, you know." And I'm sure he did, and I'm sure he made money because he had the insight on what was going on. Moving on, I got like 4 minutes over here, and then I'm gonna roll out. You got a show coming up on Pit Road Racing. I like to say they're out there. They hear me. All right. I like to give them love. I like to give all the hosts here on the World Center of Broadcast Media love and respect. Okay, so watch their show after mine. I'll be on the road driving to maybe Palm Springs today. I don't know. Tony is a big teddy bear. Maureen said you're a big teddy bear.
Yeah, you know, as a matter of fact, Maureen already herself took care of a wise guy. She took a drink out of a wise guy years ago, and she was with a friend of mine. And my friend, he didn't know what to do, but the wise guy walked away from him. So she's a tough guy herself.
Oh, Maron, I don't know. Should I stay friends with her? I don't want to be nervous like this. Gavish?
Yeah.
Gavish? All right, she's a sweetheart. She finally found us. We got 2 minutes left. I want to talk on something very serious now, please. I want to talk about you had a boxing career that was basically Olympic status, is the way I want to word it. 160 pounds. Scotty, you got that picture? Throw it up if you got it. Hang on a minute. Hang on. I want to talk about 160, right in the prime of your life, and then something kind of takes over. It's probably all bit us in the ass sooner or later. Some people more than others. Some can control it. You know what I'm talking about. You've been sober for how many years, sir?
22 years. Every July 11th, another year. And
right.
Because of my sobriety, I changed my point of view on what violence is. Now I tell my children, go to the authorities, because what I did was not the right way. I found a better way in life when I found sobriety. So I schooled them to go to the authorities now when they have a problem. Yeah.
All right, well, let me tell you something. I personally applaud and respect you. Now, Tony, I don't have to give you props on the air. I talk to you personally on the phone and everything, but you're a gentleman of gentlemen, okay? And you came from a life that was the life, and you've turned it around now. And you've been able to kick that, okay? And some people can't, man. And I got 40 seconds, but let me put it to you this way. What can we tell the young generation or people out there that have this issue of drinking and destroying their life? What can you just leave us on this note? As a made guy, as a wise guy, as a connected guy, as a boxer, as a soldier, what can you tell them right now live on my show that could possibly help them? And I'm sure it can't be done in one sentence, but please try.
Walk away from a crowd. Remember, watch out for the drugs and the alcohol, because if you don't get away from it early in life, it's going to be hard to get away from it later on in life. Just stay with your family and have respect for your mother and father, and try to live with the family tradition. Dinner table, every night everyone sits down and talks about things. Don't just wander away and make a curfew of your own to get home early in life and get away from the gang that you were with earlier in the day. Get home before midnight, and you may be surprised how much time you won't be doing time you'll be doing the right kind of time with your family, your father, and your mother. They go to school, and there's so many programs now for student loans and also financial aid. And don't look to go into the mob life. It's not the life anymore. There's no integrity. There's very, very little integrity, respect, and honor than it used to be. Because all the mob guys I know that passed away, they all told their children, I want you to go to college, I don't want you to do what I'm doing. So therefore, I'm telling you what those old timers said that are in the grave today, I'm repeating their message to all the youth today.
God bless.
Go to school and stay away, don't look to be a wise guy.
God bless you, Tony Knapp. On part 2, we got to do part 3 in person, man. We got to do it maybe in December or turkey time or whatever. We got to do something. We're wrapping it up, folks. The man said it the way it was today. Tony Knapp, Jimmy Knapp's son, the book, my father, my Don, Maureen, Jill, everybody that chimed in, Sissy, everybody that chimed in today. I love you guys. Tune in every Friday, the Joey Ciccone Show. Noon it ends. 11 a.m. Yeah, we're in Vegas. Sometimes we drink, sometimes. Not too much, but all props to Tony. 11 to noon, we're out. Joey Ciccone, I'll see you next Friday.